Okay. Let's see if this is working real quick. Okay, it shows that it's going live. That's good. Oh, where's that? Here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and copy this link to share it in the Discord real fast. Okay, cool. Well, okay, this is showing that it is live. Looks like things are working. OBS shows that it's picking up my voice. Cool. I think we're good. Okay. Oh, I need to sleep real fast. Since Waleco and Lamre are on the server right now, since Waleco, if you guys remember, he's the one that built the big sheep farm and he has the wool shop. And Lamre has a ton of wolves and has done some other builds. Her and Sons Waleco, I think, are building a treehouse somewhere on the server right now. But yeah, welcome to the stream. No, I haven't streamed in a little while. I've been busy in real life and also in Minecraft. I've been playing a bit more Minecraft lately, and as you can see with the map, there's been a lot of changes here, and I've been staring at the map for way too long, so let's go ahead and look around. Now, if you can remember, the original mountain used to be at the top of the iron farm here. Well, I removed that completely, and I have been working on the base here. I am having a few chunk loading issues, but I went ahead and brewed up a potion of slow falling, or a couple of them. Oh, oops. Yeah, they're talking about their stuff. Anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just take a nice little flight around here. It's always weird coming back. Sorry about any noise in the background. I have Parker being noisy and the baby, well, the baby's a baby. So as you can see, I started right here and I've been working my way around. I'm actually going to extend out and do some other stuff around here. But for the moment, let's get a little bit more height. Okay. So for the moment, I've been laying out the edge on this side. But if we go ahead and we'll just fly this way, see if we can get it to load in, then you can start to see some of the completed mountain that I've been working on. As far as the server, I have been wanting to get the server set up to where it has a better view distance, since we've had less active players on and do some other stuff. I did take some time to try and do that, and it did not go so well earlier. So yeah, of course that's not loading in. I keep on getting some little chunk stuff. It's been having a rough time since the 1.14 update, honestly. But yeah, so going back to this, like I'm sure you're looking at it and wondering why I'm not talking about all this work. So basically, I have just been laying out the bottom and then working my way up to certain places. So for the top, I made a hoop. For this one, then I made a place where I want... So if you can kind of imagine, I want to build in a big dragon in here, in this area. Kind of on a flat part. I'll cover some of this stuff over. These are from some of the farms. Oh, looks like I have a visitor here. Who's that wandering around? Oh, Sunnell got on the server. I guess he hopped on when I was, he hopped on when I had my text turned off. He's stream sniping. Hello there. Yeah, anyway, so I want to be building a big dragon, and if I could get this all to load a little better, then you can kind of see everything that I have going on. Yeah, so I got some more work to be doing because I felt like the base wasn't quite big enough. I've put in, I don't know, like a couple dozen hours. Usually the time that I've been putting in has been when the kids are asleep, and you know, it's just kind of going slow. I'm not sure what Lamre is talking about there. Anyway, but yeah, so I've just been building up slowly and everything, and I'm just mumbling on quite a bit. But yeah, I'm going to extend out the base. It's not all going to be stone. Just to give you guys an idea of the amount of stone, I'm probably over, I don't know, if I had to guess, like over 50 shulkers, maybe more. I honestly don't know, and it looks like I have a hole there. But we see if we can patch this hole real quick. Just see if we can fly on by close enough to hurry and get that patched. Anyway, yeah, you may notice that this tower is new as well. I went ahead and took the mob farm and cleaned it up a bit. Oh, I don't know if I have an entrance there. Here, let's just come on down, and I'll go ahead and show you guys the inside here. Looks like my potion is about to wear off. It was a 4-minute potion. There we go. Okay, so the mob farm, it happens to just fit perfectly in the circle that I built here. I tried to measure it out before, but that wasn't completely on purpose. Like I just somehow got it to fit perfectly. The mob dropper, I recently got it working again with some updates to the server, so this is all full. I need to upgrade the storage system. That will be a project for another day. And I also need to get a modified version of this working. I had this set up so that any zombies or skeletons that have feather falling will try and wander over towards the villager. Hopefully not kill him, but that they'll die on the magma blocks. I tested it out once and it seemed to have worked. So if I go ahead and pop up here, I would have used glass, but I needed to keep everything dark inside the mob farm. But you can reach the switch in here, and then the AFK spot is that piece of glass that I put in up there. So some changes in here. I did remove the fish farm that was there before. It wasn't exactly the prettiest thing. You may have also noticed on the flyover that the Guardian farm is no longer a big box. I took the time and went ahead and put a layer of glass just above where the Guardians are. You can see then I coated the stone above that. I just wanted to have the layer of glass so that while I'm doing the mountain kind of building, I don't accidentally break through the stone and fall through or something. If I see glass, then I know that I'm getting close. So anyway, you can see in there that everything is still set up the same and everything. And that has also been working really well. Some of the updates that we got figured out with some of the stuff has just been, you know, working out really nicely. As far as right here, I'm thinking about, because there's kind of a natural little thing that comes down in the middle here because of the shape of the Guardian farm. So I was actually thinking about putting in like some kind of river here that will go down the middle here. Maybe have like a retainer lake or something up above. I've got a lot of big plans. I think I was saying before that, and I kind of cut myself off, that this isn't all going to be left stone. I will be mixing in andesite, gravel, cobblestone, put in some slabs and stairs and everything. But I just wanted to get the base structure built here. So yeah, I mean, the original mountain was up in here. I took it out. This thing is massive compared to the original. If I go ahead and pop over here to a side view, then can kind of give you guys an idea. This mountain over here was about the same height as the original mountain that was over here. And then a lot of it was deep as well, like all the way up to here, like it wasn't even terrain. But I dug everything on the inside here down to the sea level, so all of this stuff is backed up, and I cleared out everything there. Slime farm has also been working absolutely greatly. I have like 3 shulkers clear full and all the hoppers are full down there. I pretty much have constant spawns if I'm in the area. And the iron farm has been working partially. I've just been in the area enough that even though it's only been, I think only one of the units is really working, and I don't know why. I've tried to play around with the villager thingies and I've just not had a lot of luck. But as far as other stuff that is going well, we have the zero tick farms. So you can see the storage unit. I've been slowly building it up, filling it in with stone and dirt and everything. I do currently have all of this full because I just bought a bunch of stone from Sunnow, because I had used a bunch of shulkers out here that were clear full of stone plus the whole thing there, but yeah, I've got that filled back up. I've been kind of doing a pattern of working on digging out my big hole in the middle and then building on the mountain. So if you guys remember last time, I had built the cactus farm here, and then I also have sugarcane and bamboo farms. There's, was it one of each sugarcane, 2 of the bamboo? For some reason, the thing that breaks the sugarcane has not been, like it just, I don't know why. It might be growing slightly faster, so I actually need to change them over to the setup that the bamboo has, where it just has, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So there's an observer that updates the redstone tick, and that activates it to automatically break the thing. And the sugarcane were slightly different because they have an observer updating when it grows. So I'm just gonna change it just so it automatically checks when it ticks and get that fixed. It did run for a while, but then for some reason they both eventually kind of broke. But the bamboo ones have been working fine when they're on. And these farms, I ran them for a couple of days and then I got so much stock that I had to turn them off. All of this array is filled. Like every single thing underneath here, I was waiting for the stream to show you guys. And as well, I have both cactus and bamboo just layered up in the end there. The sugarcane, I made 2 different storage systems. So it comes in and, oh, that's a separate one for bamboo there. It's kind of convoluted, but I basically made another bamboo farm that supplies this interior array that smelts all my fish, that is also set up to where it has the same amount as these other ones do. It's just a different system. Anyway, yeah, the sugarcane though, I have it so it fills in on this end. Ooh, that is not good. Shoot, you know what? I'm not gonna take any chances. I wonder how can creepers spawn on droppers? I guess I just need to put some lighting there. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put a sea lantern down. Anyway, real quick, I need to get that fixed so I can actually check on my stream. Yeah, every time I see a creeper, especially on a redstone setup like that, that's not a good sight. Oh, you know what? I should also light up this redstone. I can just place something there. So basically, the system, it comes in here. When this fills up completely, then it should eventually activate this to turn on. The comparator signal is not extended far enough. So it's actually set up to where it would work if I would have actually put that in correctly. I built a little model and then not quite finished it. And as you can see, I also got a load of stone on me at the moment, because I was going to be building some more here. So let's just grab... I guess we'll just grab all of that and we'll hurry and just patch that up real quick. So then you can see the whole system here. So basically, if I get this popped up here. Okay, so that locks the hopper, which means that anything else that comes in down the system now will automatically overflow into here, get sent up this stream. I know this is not the prettiest. I'm trying to keep most of the jumbled water stream mess out here. Anyway, so it comes up here and is transported back around over to the other side. Anyway, and goes through, I don't know if I really showed that very well, but there's a few composters there, so it goes through the composters and then gets popped back out so that all the excess sugarcane is getting turned into bone meal. And before the stuff stopped working, I'm wearing my wings, let's just fly down. Before that stopped working, I filled up a couple of chests of bone meal. So, totally passive bone meal farm using the sugarcane. Now that this one is filled, like I'm pretty sure this is filled all the way with sugarcane, this crazy amount of chests here. So, yeah, once I run that, then I'll get the bamboo ones fixed here in a little bit. And we can run them full time, because, yeah, like I said, they're completely full of sugarcane right now. So pretty much everything from the Zero-Tick farm will be going directly here. Apart from that, down here, you can see that I put on a glass level. I'm going to be building a nicer villager trading hall and then moving it up from underneath me here because they're under the glass and the ice here. That's just another project to be working on. Eventually, the villagers are doing awesome. So I shouldn't have come down because I wanted to go ahead and actually show you guys how the XP farm works. So if you haven't seen one of these before, this is probably going to blow your mind a little bit. So basically the farms are set up to where, you know, you can AFK overnight, whatever. It works out great. I also need to pick these up too before I forget. Anyway, but if we stop on over here, the ones on this end should have, if I'm not mistaken, they should have the same amount of experience hooked up as the fish ones do. I'm actually, how much do I have stocked up? I don't want to do too many from here because I don't really want to be turning on those farms right now where I have these ones set up. So maybe I'll actually just get this one turned on because these are also all the way filled up and it should be about the same amount of experience. So let's just do a couple of things real quick right here. I need to put this down. Do I have an empty shulker? I do not. So let's put these in here. Oh, that's completely backed up though. Okay. You know what? I'm making these temporary little stairs. This is kind of a mess on the inside here. So sorry about that. Let me just grab this real fast and we'll get that cleared up. Is there... I have my music turned on. I'm surprised that I haven't heard any of the Minecraft music going. Huh. That's funny that I'm not really hearing any of that because I hear all of my other sounds just fine. Okay, there we go. So, oh, you know what, I can keep this in here because I want to have just one shulker's worth of stuff. I need a place to put this stuff. Okay, let's go grab some more barrels. I have shulkers, but they're down below quite a ways. So we're just gonna make this make do for the moment while I repair some stuff. I'm just trying to not take too long while I'm on stream. I can get this stuff all fixed off stream just fine. So I'll just put in some barrel storage for the time being. I've really liked using barrels for storage stuff, just because they are considered a block, so they load up from further away, so you can actually, I don't know, you don't get any of the weird issues that you get with normal chests. Anyway, one more thing. Wow. I do not have... Here, let's just make sure we have some rockets real quick. And I'm gonna hop on down. It's gonna be a heck of a lot faster to fly. Anyway, we'll just head on down here. Could just drop into the water too. I'd actually want to angle over here, because I have another shulker filled with stuff, and this has plenty of levers in it, so let's just grab that. That's like my backup redstone shulker, and apparently it's better stocked than the one that's actually in my chest at the moment. Anyway, I should be able to just put these on, power them to toggle them off for the moment. So, all the fish, some of it is from the AFK fish farms, but the large amount is actually from the Guardian farm. You get a crazy amount of fish, especially when you're using it as an XP farm. So anyway, what I need to do here is go ahead and drop off some of this stuff that I don't want to have on me at the moment. You know, let's just put a couple of things of stone in there so I can put all my armor here. And then what we're gonna do is just grab my tool chest. So all of these tools are pretty much worn out, and you will see just how fast we can repair all of these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in my offhand, have a pretty much fully mended tool in the other hand, and boom, instantaneous. It is just absolutely awesome. This is going to start filling up, but it shouldn't put anything out underneath, and so we'll clear those off in a little bit. I just need to make sure that I actually change it out so I don't just go for straight levels. Anyway, if I do one in each hand, let's see if it repairs one, if you see there. So, looks like it works better in the offhand though, so let's not play around with that too much. Or it's choosing. Anyway, yes, if you have the means to do this, greatest way ever to repair tools. These were tools that I broke down basically just doing the mountain stuff. So let's go ahead and get these. Oh, I should put a fortune pick there. Do I have a fortune pick in here? You know, let's leave the fortune pick there so I don't forget it. Now that one had just a tiny bit, but it was down pretty severely. We can get that worked out later though. Anyway, I know I'm talking a lot, so let's just keep on getting these fixed here. As far as the cooked cod, the stuff that I was selling is going to be majorly discounted after this. Oh no, I meant the wrong one. Great. Because yeah, I'm not gonna need all of this cod anymore. Okay, it looks like I have just a couple more. And I'm running out of chests here. So yeah, I'll go ahead and drop this off. The other side, with the bamboo cactus. I'll just go ahead and finish them off over there. That's part of the reason why I built such a long array, is because I tend to do them in groups like this. This works just the same exact way. Just take it out, and you take it out, all the stored XP goes immediately into mending everything. Although that one seemed to be a little off. But yeah, so I don't know how many minutes, just a couple minutes, whatever. And all my tools are completely repaired. The only maintenance that you have to do to keep this working now, I'll just go ahead and put all these back. Am I missing one? Oh yeah, because I have the one in the offhand. There we go. So yeah, that should be all the way full with mostly silk picks and stuff. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and pop these back. So the maintenance to keep it working the way that it does. Oh shoot, you know what I need to do? I need to toss this real fast somewhere. I need to get my trash can linked up to this, but I haven't quite done that yet. I've been working on a big trash can to take care of that. Or actually, you know what? For the fish, we don't need a trash can. For this one, I'm being silly, because all I need to do is leave them locked. And then just hit the switch here. And this will drain them all out underneath. We should start seeing the stuff getting destroyed in here. Is this too full? There we go. Yeah, sometimes the droppers lock up when they're too full. I don't quite know why it does that. I don't mind having a little bit of dye. I'll have to figure out how to lock the droppers a little better. I just haven't played around with it as much as I would have liked. Here we go. Okay, so that's good. As far as the maintenance, like I was saying, this is going to fill back in a little bit because that's locked. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the barrel and just move it on over on each of these. There's that music, and that is a little bit loud for me. Is that loud for you guys? I'm going to go ahead and just turn that down a little bit. Anyway, so I guess while I do this, as far as the server, the school year hit pretty hard on the server. Like, the drop was, I don't know, I guess kind of probably larger than expected. Larger than what I expected, at least. So we are down, we went from about 23 active players down to maybe closer to 8. We have a couple that are saying they're going to be coming back soon. So I would leave it maybe at like a tentative guess of like about 10 or 12. So yeah, definitely not the greatest drop in players there. I guess I could have expected it, but I was hoping, because I kind of tried to advertise this as a Hermitcraft-like server, like I wanted people that were a little bit more serious, that would maybe have YouTube channels and be doing stuff. Not all the people are like that. Sunnell, you guys saw earlier, he's been very good just doing his own thing, you know. I don't think he streams. If you are watching Sunnell and you have YouTube videos or anything, you can put it in the chat and I'll see it. But yeah, as far as I know, he's just a fan of some of the big Minecrafters that I like Nembomb, so he just does it all for the love of it, which, you know, I like building big stuff, but I also like it so you guys can see it and, you know, put it out there a little bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and, that is a lot of cooked cod. If we go ahead and open these up, these aren't going to be quite as much experience now. So what I'm probably going to do is just let them open up and try and drain out the hoppers. Because that's mostly what I want to do, is I just want to grab 5 stacks worth of fish out of the hoppers. So as long as I can get the equivalent of 5 stacks, and we'll go ahead and put that in, just to try and make sure that I not going too crazy. They're talking about their treehouse. Yeah, I have enjoyed that there's people like Sensible Echo and Lomray that seem to enjoy playing together, and so that's kind of kept certain things alive on the server, you know. We have the admins. It sounds like 2 out of the 3 OPs that I had will be returning to the server shortly. So I think what it was just a big dose of Minecraft for everyone. They probably weren't quite as used to it as I am, you know. I enjoy playing Minecraft, so I definitely don't wear out as fast as a normal person. It's like this is almost ready, and if this one is almost ready, then the other ones are. So, as far as my thoughts on the mountain, I want to have a couple of lakes. Oh, how far was I? Goes into this one. I want to have a couple of lakes. I want to have a forested side. I'm thinking about building a castle onto the mountain. Like maybe even build a castle similar to the one that, like not the same, but you know, similar size, like a scale. And just have the sheer magnitude of scale shown on this mountain build, because this mountain build by far exceeds any builds that I have tried in the past. Oh, did I miss this one? Apparently. Okay, well I guess that means that I need to grab 5 out of the second one over after. Okay, and those were the ones that I originally grabbed. Second one over, we should be able to see that from here and just grab it. Okay, perfect. Cool, so that's all the maintenance. This actually has a full shulker that can feed in, as well as a barrel on top that I've also filled because I had so much fish. So these, you know, and then these are also all full of fish. And I got more being made all the time. So now that that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and pop my armor back on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and leave the elytra, because I actually want to do a little bit of building, show you guys how I have been building this mountain. Real quick, let's check and see how long we've been streaming for. Yeah, about 35 minutes. Looks like it's a good time to go ahead and just give you guys a little taste of the actual mountain building. See, all this, it's going to be covered over. I'm going to be putting in stuff here. The dragon build, if you want, like, I guess if I get any comments, if you guys want to see that in a live stream, I can live stream it all. But that will probably be a live stream, and then I might also see if I can get another computer hooked up with my wife's account, and I'll get it put it up as a camera account so I can do a spectator to give you guys a time-lapse build as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop off of here. Occasionally we get guardians that wander out. I have been thinking about where I have the mountain going all the way down to the seafloor and taking the water out. I honestly might not. That, I don't know. It depends on how bored I get in the future. If I get so painfully bored that I decide to do that, then you'll know. But otherwise, I still have a large area that I can clear out underneath here. The iron farm, I have thought about remaking it, because it actually didn't take too horribly long. If I do that, I'm going to be remaking it further up and like encase it completely in the stone, just so it's not in the entryway here. Because I really hadn't planned that far ahead when I built the iron farm. And it's also not very close to my other farms like it is, but it's also kind of in the way, so it would be nice to get it up out of the way somewhere. It'd be interesting even if I built it into the tummy of the dragon. I'll have to look at the measurements on that, because that actually would be pretty cool if the inside of the stomach of the dragon had a functional iron farm going on inside of it. Have the iron coming out in an unspecified location. Okay, so what we need to do right now is I was kind of starting to map out. So I have a printed version of this map right here, and I want to kind of lay out a little bit more of the border of just kind of where I'm going to finalize the stone out to, and then we'll actually build up some of the stone. Just so you guys can get a taste of how I've been doing this, right? Okay, gotta run on over. Just to give you guys a sense of scale, the towers, real quick, that are underneath this, these are 64 blocks tall. There's a 35 block gap in between, and they're like 31 blocks wide, I believe. So, you scale on up over here. These are bigger by quite a bit. If you fall from the middle there, you're dead for sure. You can't survive. You can survive a fall from off of the towers, but it's close. But yeah, the inside there it's death for sure. You can also see the turtle farm, which I used to have to take a boat to get to, is now literally just on the outside of the mountain. So I haven't been there in a little while, but I did cull it down to where there weren't so many turtles, just so they wouldn't be a load on the server at all. But yeah, this is the new edge. This would be technically the foothills, so it would be very gradual out here, and then I'm probably going to be building up mostly with dirt, kind of like you see here, how the natural mountain generation is. Something similar to that. Okay, I'm trying to think of where I'm at, because I actually need to take this. According to my map, I need to keep this at a pretty tight diagonal. Maybe even work it out a little bit this way. So this is mostly just random, not 100%. Okay, so a little bit further, and then I need to start curving it back in. Okay, and then I wanted it to come up to the river right here on my drawings, so when I draw, I literally just print it out and then get a piece of paper and just literally just draw it right onto the paper. And then I'm just looking at it to make sure that I'm kind of holding true to my shape there. Okay, so this comes in. I don't know if you can hear the background noise at all, but Parker just happens to be watching Tarzan. He hadn't seen it before, and I decided it was time for him to see it, and now this is his 4th time today having it on. He hasn't watched it every time straight through, you know, like he'll stop and play or whatever, but just letting it run today, it's gone on quite a bit. Anyway, it's a good movie, and it's definitely better than The Iron Giant and Astro Boy for the millionth time. So let's stick this back in. It seems like this is really kind of monotonous, and I don't know. I probably don't have enough people interested in my streams or videos on YouTube even to really be too concerned with watching this, but I do also want to document the building process, because when I tell people that I did this all vanilla Minecraft survival, then you know there's always the non-believers out there, so it's good to have a little bit of video evidence. Especially with something so big. I mean, you're not going to really find many other people willing to go to these lengths to do a build. I can say that having the server and being able to buy a bunch of stone from Sunnell, he probably saved me a couple hours, and he seemed to be willing to sell it, and I was willing to buy it, and I have plenty of means to buy stuff, so. Okay, so I want to loop kind of through here. So I'm actually going to curve it in a little bit, then go diagonal here. let's work back this way. Just a little bit. And then go along the beach here. Okay, so this is pretty much going to match up with the beach. So I'm not going to mess with that too much. But then right in here, so I guess we'll just put some marker stones along the beach so I remember what I'm doing there. But yeah, I'm pretty much just going to follow the beach along here in this specific area. Further down, I am going to loop off from about right here and kind of follow along the shape of the beach, but slowly pull it further out into the water. And we're just going to extend this shoreline out. The reason why is just because the center of the 7-chunk slime farm is close enough that it just looks a little bit more steep than I want it to be at the very base. And so I'm just going to extend this out. And this also needs to come back in a little bit. So I guess while I'm doing this, went fishing earlier today. The friend and Parker. The friend also has a little 2-year-old. Parker's pretty good. Except he was also a little bit of a stinker, because he kept on wanting to get into the water. And it was like 65 and drizzling at the time, so exactly the best time to be climbing in for a swim. It was good to get out though. Just got a bike trailer, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to get in and get out. Roan's not quite big enough to be able to fit in there yet, which is unfortunate, but I forgot shears. This treehouse, I'm gonna have to go see it. There's some other projects that have been going on, like Sunnell's giant hole that he dug, that he's building a base in. He did basically a hole that covered the entire range of the beacon. So I'm also sure that you guys probably noticed that I've been working my way over to the island here. And that is because this is actually going to loop around the island. And I might actually remove that island that's lit up over there, because this is going to be kind of like a big hook. This is going to loop around, and then I'm going to build a couple of little islands that kind of extend out, just to make it so there's like a protected harbor, but there's this point in there. My Parker. Anyway. But yeah, just so you guys can see that, and get the idea there. I'm going to go ahead and hop back in and we can just check it out and update the map, and you can see the new lines for where the border will be. So I got a collection of skeleton horses. There's another thunderstorm and I got 4 more up top now. So right here, I've extended it from, oh no, there we go. So for some reason I've occasionally been getting an issue where for some reason the game just isn't tracking the entities. At least when I hit it, like it's like a chest or basically item frame with a map. They're great candidates for not wanting to be happy when I try and break them. The good thing about that is because chests are treated slightly different than barrels are, then with the storage that I put in barrels, I just don't get that same issue at all. Okay, looks like my line is all popped in there. I just have to go close enough to it for it to recognize the change there. I have my backup husk for the other iron farm that I wanna... Like if I rebuild the iron farm, I'm not gonna be keeping that same zombie, I don't think. I don't know, maybe I will. Probably not. Oh boy, it's getting noisy. Sorry, Rowan's... Ashley's watching Rowan at the moment. Just a little bit noisy, but he's also only... Is he almost about 3.5, going on 4 months old now? He's been putting on a lot of weight. He's preemie. So... Okay, good, that's loaded. He's preemie, so... kind of expected him to be a little bit small, you know, but he's still almost the 50th percentile in height and weight. Look, he's really caught up. Anyway, there are some things that I need to get set up on this new computer. Like I need to get a music library set up for the streams again, because that's definitely better when I have those going. And yeah, maybe get some more editing done now that I've got the software moved over. So yeah, you can see the new borders of the mountain. So I'll be coming around here, just extending this all out, and it's not going to be nearly as much work as I already put in with this. Like, it will be a lot more level. And then, like I said, if I remove this, I'm also going to be removing that villager breeder, and then kind of extending it around here, if you follow the cursor, and then a couple little islands out in here. Probably build one of them over this shallow spot here. Anyway, so yeah, it would be pretty cool. Pretty big area. This base is massive. In between each sea lantern there's 5 blocks except for the middle one that I'm kind of under, and there's actually 6 there on the 2 middle rows. The Guardian farm, this is as big as the Guardian farm is, so this is an entire where the Sea Temple was. Anyway, let's go ahead and go past the tree farm. The nice thing about the tree farm is I'm not going to have to move it really, because of how big this thing is. Anyway, if we come on in here now, I know you guys have been waiting all night just to see me show you how I build this mountain here. Anyway, it's literally just as simple as, like, I've been building kind of little test things up, and then I just try and get back up to them. And a lot of times I've been building like a... I'll show you here in a moment. We'll just get up to this next little level, and then I'll kind of start pulling up some more, and I'll show you guys the full breakdown. Anyway, it's like, for example, right here to about right here is a good size, and I also need to remove these real fast because these are going to get changed, because this was an old path that I then extended on again. Okay, so say I do that little section from there to here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and work it up. And because this is on a diagonal, like honestly on some of them I just kind of do this. I know that I'm going fairly straight up, so I'm also only going about 3 each time. until I hit it. And then with that, you know, kind of clean it up a little bit. Then from here, I know I want to go from here, do kind of a similar thing, but all the way up there. So I'm actually, because I already kind of was smoothing it out a little bit, we'll start to shallow it out. Some small steps. And then actually start going this way a little bit as we're going up. Because I want it to kind of look like, I don't want it to be just a straight diagonal. I want it to be more like an exponential kind of curve, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'll just extend that out a couple of times. And then we're kind of in a similar place as this now, so it looks like I might have actually gone a little too far. That's all part of the process though, is just trying to get the right amounts going on each spot. Okay, so right about here we'll start working this upwards again. And I'm going to be taking a little bit higher jumps because I want it to be a little bit cliff-like here. And then round it up closer in, and you'll kind of see how that all works out once we get things going. Because it's what gives the mountain characters, making two differing shapes and then kind of filling in between them. Okay, so this is almost the height that we need it now, so I need to start thinking about decreasing the amount that I'm going up and start rounding out this top tip. And then we'll bring this over. And I mean, right about here, the mountain's gonna be curving back into where the dragon sits, so I'm okay if it has a little bit of a rim around here. I got llamas and zombie horses and kinds of stuff over here. Let's pick this stone up real fast. Okay, so now as you can see, we have a line going up here. We have a line here, so now I'm just going to basically get those two to touch. Let's just move the fortune pick out of the way too for the moment. There we go. That's nice. So yeah, this is about as exciting as it's been, so you can see why I've kind of avoided making too many videos about this. I think it's going to be a little bit better just kind of showing some of the end product. Because yeah, this isn't exactly the most entertaining thing. If you're interested in doing this yourself, I mean, I don't know, maybe this might help you with thinking of how to put things together. But yeah, just doing about the height of a couple blocks at a time, really not going up too high. About 3 or 4 is about all you can do and still reach the level down below. So sometimes you get those, quote Bob Ross, happy little accidents, right? And and you just work them in, and it gives it a little bit more character. So it can be more random than a little accident that you have placing a block. Okay, looks like we go up another 3 here. And this one, what I'm going to do is just build it up closer as I bring this on in, so that it's just not such an awkward gap there as far as the height. Okay, you know what, I don't want to raise these ones up more, so I'm just going to hop down a level so I can get this, and then I'll pull that one level back up. It's almost time to sleep again. I guess I got one bed that's kind of close. I put them as close as I can, but I keep on moving and building bigger. So this one used to be under where I was working relatively closely. Now it's all the way over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and plop this down. I think those guys just needed a little bit of help with the sleeping, and I don't really feel like dealing with creepers since I'm not really lighting any of this up. Because I did sleep and I'm off here, then I'm just going to build up this little section, and we should be able to hop on back up here. There we go. Okay, and this one will give another little step here, although actually I'm going to bring that in like that. I'm trying to avoid wasting stone, but if I miss one, with an Instamind beacon set up, then it's just a little bit better use of my time to just leave it and call it good for a bit. So let's see here, so we'll come back up on this one. Now the hope is that by doing this fairly randomly, that it all looks fairly organic in the end, right? Because what I don't want is I don't want it to look like a human-built mountain, right? Let's actually do this. Okay, cool. And since we're on this level, we'll just go ahead and pull these out. Down. Since this is a little bit further out, I'm just going to match it up. Let's see. Okay, I think once we get this little section finished up here, then I'll go ahead and call it a night with the stream. If you're curious as to how I can stand doing this for a long time, I usually just get a movie going. Or, as well, I also like doing, like, I recently saw that they had not Criminal Minds, what's the other one called? SVU, Law and Order. So, you know, just some of those shows that you can kind of binge. I've gone through like all of Psych and a bunch of other shows, so I'm kind of getting down to where it's harder to find shows to watch, but anyway. As you can see there, I just do it in little sections, build it up. When you get it all in, then it eventually turns into a big mountain with little bumps and stuff that you'd expect a mountain to have. Anyway, I'll keep this going up. I'm going to work it around. I'm thinking about having the water run around the outside of the tower. I think that would be kind of cool, like it's coming from a pond up here down to another pond down here and then down. So this is actually going to be a little bit special with how I shape that. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a stream. And if I can get a camera account, I'm going to work on getting some of this other stuff set up. It's just been, you know, getting worked out with the new setup and everything and getting used to that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And how about we take one last little flight up, and I left my ender chest. Yeah, I kind of want to end just in the air. We'll get back up for one last good view of the mountain here. Anyway, we'll go ahead. We can use this potion of slow falling. We should even be able to fly through the base a little bit here. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed all the base progress. This has taken me a lot of off-camera time to do all of this mountain building here. But I do think it is going to be fun to fill in and build stuff on the inside here. And also to do the terraforming, you know, get dirt and other stuff mixed in. It's going to be a long time, but I've also got a lot of resources to be doing this right now, so I'm pretty excited. And yeah, the dragon, I've got it drawn out. It's going to be something similar to Sleeping Charizard. Looks like we've got some pillagers outside here. They're never going to get off the mountain. Anyway, so yeah, we'll have some cool dragon stuff. I'll be putting in some other stuff, but probably the next stream is going to be when I've made some more substantial progress and have this part more encapsulated and the mountain built up around here. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, or if you're watching this after it's been posted to YouTube, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you guys next time here on the NightQuest server. Goodbye.